Journey with us to a time shrouded in the smoke of war, where the roar of bombers silences the laughter of children. Grave of the Fireflies beckons you into a tale of innocence besieged, of two hearts against the world. Witness the odyssey of Seita and Setsuko, siblings orphaned by war's cruel hand, as they cling to each other in a dance of survival. Their story, a canvas of fleeting joys and lingering sorrows, unfolds beneath the indifferent gaze of history. As the fireflies' glow dims, so too does the light of hope. Yet, in this twilight, a powerful saga emerges, a testament to the unyielding bond of family and the enduring strength of the human spirit. Prepare to be captivated by a narrative that will touch your soul and ignite a flame of remembrance. In the busy Sanemiya station, right in the heart of Kobe, the story starts in today's time, but quickly takes us back to days gone by. Seita, wearing old, dirty clothes, is lying on the ground, weak and hungry. People walking by notice him and make comments about his dirty looks. One person whispers, "The American soldiers will be here soon. It would be embarrassing for them to see someone like him here." The movie takes us back to a time when Seita was alive, showing us his life during the war. We see him trying to survive, facing many challenges and hardships. As we watch Seita's story, we see how tough life can be and how people can sometimes ignore others who need help. The station, with all its noise and movement, doesn't notice Seita's quiet fight for life. As the night deepens, a lone janitor navigates the dimly lit corridors of the station. His routine search through the day's remnants uncovers a candy tin, an unassuming relic of a bygone era. Within its metal embrace, it cradles the ashes of Setsuko, a silent testament to a life once cherished. With a careless toss, the janitor discards the tin, unknowingly freeing the spirits bound within. From the discarded ashes, the ethereal forms of Setsuko, Seita, and a constellation of fireflies emerge. Their luminous presence fills the station, a spectral dance between the realms of the living and the departed. The spirits, now guardians of their own tale, weave through the fabric of the station. Their voices, unheard but felt, begin to narrate the saga that unfolds. The station, once a mere backdrop to their earthly struggles, transforms into a stage for their eternal story. As Seita's voice rises, tinged with the weight of remembrance, we are swept back to the harrowing days at the close of World War II. The skies above Kobe growl with the menace of American B-29 bombers, their bellies laden with destruction. Amidst the chaos, Setsuko and Seita, siblings bound by love and survival, scramble to safeguard their home. Their hands work feverishly, securing memories and meager possessions, a fragile barrier against the impending storm. The children, left in the care of their dwelling, face the uncertainty of the future. Their eyes, wide with innocence and fear, watch as their mother disappears into the distance, her silhouette a fading promise against the backdrop of war. The young boy, Seita, with the weight of his world, his sister Setsuko, secure on his back, dashes through the frenzied streets. Around him, a sea of humanity churns in panic, each soul desperate for escape. He races towards the ocean, the vast expanse a promise of respite. Behind him, the black rain of the bomb's aftermath descends upon his town, a grim curtain veiling the horrors of war. Safety found in the embrace of the sea's horizon, Seita pauses, allowing the perilous storm to pass. With determination etched upon his face, he turns back, guiding Setsuko through the desolation toward the charred remnants of their once familiar world. Amidst the ruins, a voice cuts through the silence, a man heralding the congregation at the local school. His message, amplified by the megaphone, beckons the remnants of the neighborhood, a rallying cry for the shattered community to unite and rebuild from the ashes. The news of his mother's injuries sends Seita on a desperate quest, leaving Setsuko in the care of a family friend. His heart heavy with dread, he navigates the war-torn streets in search of her. The school, repurposed into a makeshift hospital, holds his mother in its grim embrace. Her wounds, a tapestry of the war's cruelty, are beyond the aid of medicine. In the quiet of the makeshift ward, she succumbs to her injuries, leaving this world amidst the echoes of her children's names. Setsuko's tears, bitter and relentless, pierce the heavy air. Seita, a pillar of strength for his sister, masks his own anguish with a smile, conjuring stories and games to ease her sorrow. The final act of farewell is whispered in the fire. Their mother, alongside others lost to the conflict, is committed to the flames. Seita, with hands that tremble, gathers the remnants of a life once vibrant into a small box, a vessel of memories and love. Bereft of a home, Setsuko and Seita seek refuge with their aunt in Nishinomiya. On the second day of their new life under their aunt's roof, Seita slips away. He returns to the place where he had buried supplies, a cache of provisions against the uncertainty of war. With careful hands, he unearths the past, a trove of sustenance once hidden from the chaos. Seita presents the bounty to his aunt, an offering of trust and necessity. Yet, within the folds of his heart, he conceals a small tin of fruit drops, a sweet remnant of the world he and Setsuko once knew, a treasure kept close and hidden. For a fleeting span, the widow's home offers a semblance of normalcy. She benefits from the provisions Seita and Setsuko bring, while they, in turn, find shelter and sustenance under her roof. Yet, as days meld into one another, the harmony begins to fray. The aunt's patience wears thin. Her words, once warm, now carry the chill of reproach. She chides Seita for his idleness, his appetite, and the nocturnal tears of Setsuko that steal sleep from the weary. Seita, ever the optimist, clings to the belief that this strain is but a moment's trial. His thoughts drift to his father, a naval officer, whose silence weighs heavy on his heart. He yearns for news, for a sign to anchor his hope. To while away the hours, Seita leads Setsuko to the sea's edge. There, amidst the salt and spray, they play with abandon. Each giggle, each dash across the sand, is a thread pulling him back to days of unclouded joy. The air within the walls of their temporary sanctuary grows thick with unease. One evening, as shadows stretch and merge, their aunt's voice cuts through the stillness, a directive laced with necessity. She urges Seita to exchange their mother's cherished possessions for rice, the currency of survival. Setsuko, her young heart tethered to the memories of her mother's kimonos, is engulfed by a torrent of grief. Her sobs, heavy and unyielding, echo the loss that clings to the fabric of their lives. Amidst the turmoil, Seita uncovers a hidden truth, a sum of money left by their mother, a legacy meant to nourish and sustain. With this newfound wealth, the siblings grasp a lifeline, a chance to feed themselves, independent of their aunt's dwindling goodwill. As the night cloaks the city in its protective embrace, an air raid siren pierces the calm. Amidst the chaos, Seita's eyes alight upon an abandoned shelter, a potential haven from the storm of their aunt's discontent. In the quiet sanctuary of the night, he envisions a future, a home where their spirits might find solace, far removed from the nagging that has frayed the edges of their existence. The discovery of the old, abandoned bomb shelter sparks a new chapter for Seita and Setsuko. With youthful optimism, they embrace this change, Setsuko's eyes alight with the innocent joy of imagining their new dwelling as a true home. Within the shelter's protective walls, the siblings carve out a space for themselves, a corner of the world untouched by the worries that loom outside. Here, they continue their lives, buoyed by the resilience of youth and the comfort of each other's company. The days unfold with a simplicity born of necessity, each moment a testament to their enduring spirit. In the cocoon of their makeshift abode, Seita and Setsuko find solace, their laughter a defiant chorus against the backdrop of an uncertain future. As dusk settles over their world, Seita and Setsuko embark on a twilight quest. Their hands, small and determined, gather a host of fireflies, each a flickering beacon in the encroaching darkness. Released within the confines of their shelter, the fireflies transform the humble cabin into a tapestry of light. For Seita, the luminous dance stirs memories of a different time, of fireworks that painted the sky during a naval review, a celebration of light and sound before the shadow of war fell upon their lives. In the quiet of the shelter, the Fireflies' glow takes on a new form in Seida's mind. The lights morph into tracer bullets, streaking across the night sky, a vivid reimagining of the battles that raged above, where his father fought against the silhouettes of enemy bombers. The dawn's light reveals Setsuko, her small hands carving into the earth. Seida, puzzled by the sight, inquires about her actions. With the simplicity of a child's heart, Setsuko reveals her intent to lay the Fireflies to rest, echoing the solemn ritual once performed for their mother. The revelation strikes Seida with the force of a tempest. Memories, sharp and unbidden, flood his senses. The stark image of his mother's body, discarded in a pit, a casualty of war's cruel indifference. The pain, long damned, breaks free, and Seida weeps, his tears a river of shared loss and unspoken promises. Through his tears, Seida vows to Setsuko, a pledge as enduring as the stars. One day, they will stand together at their mother's grave, a moment of homage and healing, a testament to the love that endures beyond the veil of death. As the days wear on, the once ample stores of rice dwindle to nothing, and Setsuko's small frame grows ever more frail. Hunger, an uninvited guest, takes residence within their shelter. Seida, driven by a brother's love and desperation, turns to the night. He becomes a shadow among the fields, a specter in the homes left vulnerable by air raids, all in the name of sustenance. But the night's cloak is lifted, and Seida's silent deeds come to light. Confronted by the stark reflection of his actions, he is seized by the gravity of his plight. With Setsuko's health fading like the last stars of dawn, he seeks the counsel of a doctor. The verdict falls like a guillotine: malnutrition, a slow thief stealing away Setsuko's vibrance. The news is a cold splash of reality, a call to action that Seida cannot ignore. Amidst the turmoil, a telegram arrives, bearing the somber news of their father's death. In the wake of this final blow, Seida withdraws the last of their mother's legacy from the bank. With a heavy heart and a resolve of steel, he exchanges the currency of their past for a bounty of food, a desperate bid to reclaim the future that malnutrition has put at risk. Seida returns to the shelter, his heart pounding with a mix of hope and fear. There, he finds Setsuko, a delicate figure wavering between life and the cruel grasp of death. Her mind, lost in the throes of hallucination, finds solace in marbles she believes to be sweet fruit drops. With a tender smile, Setsuko extends her hand, offering Seida rice balls crafted from the earth itself. Her eyes, clouded by hunger, see not the mud but the feast of her imagination. Seida, fueled by a brother's love, hastens to prepare a meal, a race against the merciless tide of starvation. But the battle is won against time itself, and as the pot simmers, Setsuko's light dims. With the quietude of a last breath, she succumbs to the hunger that has long stalked their days. In the quiet aftermath, Seida stands vigil over Setsuko's still form. With a resolve born of grief, he chooses to perform the cremation himself. The kindness of a farmer lends him the means, and with reverent hands, he places his sister in a wicker basket. As the flames rise, consuming the basket, the fireflies ascend to the heavens, a silent homage to the young life lost. The night air carries their glow, a dance of light amidst the sorrow. The ashes, all that remains of a spirit too bright for this world, find sanctuary in the fruit tin. Seita, now the keeper of memories, holds the tin close, alongside his father's photograph, a talisman against the relentless march of time. The days dwindle, and Seida too succumbs to the cruel grasp of hunger. His final breaths are drawn in Sanemiya Station, a place of transit for many, but for him, a terminal. The fruit tin, a vessel of love and loss, rests with him, a silent witness to the end of a journey marked by resilience and heartache. Time shifts, the veil of the past lifting to reveal the present day. Setsuko, with the boundless energy of youth, runs towards Seida. Their reunion, though ethereal, is a poignant echo of their enduring bond. She finds comfort in the lap of her brother, her spirit settling into a peaceful slumber. Around them, fireflies drift on the breeze, a delicate dance of light amidst the tranquility of their eternal sleep. Seida's gaze, heavy with the weight of memory, meets the viewer. In his eyes, a reflection of sorrow, a depth of emotion that words cannot capture. Slowly, he turns away, his attention drawn to the luminous sprawl of the modern city. The skyscrapers, ablaze with the promise of tomorrow, stand in stark contrast to the quiet end of two souls, whose story will linger long after the Fireflies' last light has faded.